The lower district of the alien city was cold at night. Neon lights flickered. Rain dripped from broken metal roofs. People rushed through the streets, not looking at anyone, not caring about anyone. On a quiet corner, under a collapsed bridge, sat a human man named Jonas Halle. Once, he was a traveler. Once, he had a job, a ship, and a purpose. Now, he was a beggar in a world that wasn't his. He sat wrapped in an old blanket, trying to stay warm. His beard was messy, his clothes were torn, and his face carried the tiredness of someone who had suffered too much for too long. The aliens who walked past avoided him. Some stared with disgust. Some whispered things about humans being weak biological creatures. But Jonas didn't argue. He didn't protest. He didn't lift his head. He just tried to survive the night. Until he heard soft footsteps stop right in front of him. Jonas slowly raised his head and saw a girl, a small alien girl, maybe 8 or 9 years old, standing in the rain. She had teal blue skin, glowing freckles, and bright silver eyes. Her clothes were torn, her hair tangled, and she was shivering. Before Jonas could speak, the girl stepped forward, leaned down, and sniffed him. Jonas flinched. "Hey, what are you doing?" The girl's eyes widened. Her expression changed completely: shock, recognition, and something like relief. Then she whispered words that froze Jonas's heart. "You smell like home." Jonas blinked. "What?" The girl suddenly dropped to her knees and clung to him, wrapping her small arms tightly around his chest. "You smell like home," she cried again, voice trembling. "Please don't leave. Please, please, take me with you." Jonas didn't understand. He had never seen her before. He wasn't from this planet. But the girl held him like she had known him her whole life. Her body shook. She was freezing. Jonas gently placed a hand on her back. "Hey, easy. What's wrong? Where are your parents?" The girl didn't answer. She only pressed her face into his chest, breathing fast, like she was terrified he would disappear. Jonas's heart sank. He recognized that fear. He had felt it before when he lost everything and everyone. He wrapped the blanket around her too. "It's okay. I won't leave. Tell me your name," she sniffed. "Leary." "Okay, Leary, I'm Jonas." She nodded but didn't let go. Jonas looked around. No adults searching. No guards. No one even noticed her. "What happened to you?" Jonas asked softly. Leary whispered. "I ran away." Jonas frowned. "From what?" But before she could answer, loud metallic footsteps echoed down the street. Leary panicked. Her grip tightened painfully. "They're coming," she whispered, trembling. "Who?" She swallowed. "Hunters. They want me, because my people can smell home in certain beings. And they want to use me for tracking." Jonas felt cold anger rush through him. Child hunters. Slave traders. He had heard rumors about them in this city. Leary pulled his sleeve. "Please, please don't let them take me." Jonas stood slowly, helping her up. "I won't." Footsteps drew closer. Shadows stretched across the wall. Leary hid behind Jonas, clutching his coat. 3 tall armored aliens stepped into the alley. One pointed at Jonas. "Human, hand us the girl." Jonas positioned himself in front of Leary. "She doesn't belong to you." "She is property," the hunter growled. "Move." Jonas raised his chin. "No." The hunter's eyes narrowed, but then he sniffed the air. Confusion crossed his face. The second hunter sniffed too. "Why does the girl smell calm?" The third growled low. "She has bonded," the first hissed. "With the human?" The second stepped forward. "Impossible. Humans do not carry bonding scent markers." But Leary was pressed into Jonas's back, clutching his shirt like it was life itself. The third hunter lifted his blaster. "Bond or not, she belongs to our employer." Jonas felt Leary's tiny fingers trembling. He had nothing, no money, no status, no weapon, but he had something stronger. A reason to stand. He stepped forward. "You're not taking her." The hunters laughed. "You? A human beggar? Move before we break you. Jonas didn't move. Behind him, Leary whispered with trembling lips, "Please don't leave me." Jonas whispered back, "I won't." The hunter raised the blaster, but a sudden explosion of light burst from Leary. A soft glowing blue aura spread from her skin, wrapping around Jonas. The hunter stumbled back. "She's activated." One shouted, "She bonded completely. She will obey the human." Leary held Jonas tighter, whispering desperately, "You smell safe. You smell like home." Jonas didn't know what was happening, but he stood firm. The hunters backed away slowly. "If she bonded," one said, "then we can't take her by force. She will shut down." The leaders snarled, "This isn't over, human. She is valuable. We will return." They retreated into the night. Leary collapsed into Jonas's arms, crying silently. Jonas lifted her gently. "I've got you," he whispered. Leary sniffed, looking up at him. "Please don't leave me." Jonas shook his head. "I'm not going anywhere." The safe Piles carried her back beneath the broken bridge, wrapping both of them in the blanket. He lit a small heating device he had saved for emergencies. Leary looked around. "You live here?" Jonas laughed softly. "Survive here, yes." She sat close to him, almost on his lap, still trembling. "Can I stay here too?" Jonas scratched his beard. "It's not much. It's warm," she whispered. "And you smell like home." Jonas still didn't understand the smell thing. "Why do you say that?" Leary touched her chest. "My people choose family by scent, not blood. Your smell is warm, like someone who lost everything but still tries to protect." Jonas's eyes softened. Leary continued, "I smelled that only once, long ago." Jonas looked at her gently. "Leary, a nobody. I can't even protect myself." She shook her head quickly. "No, you protected me." Jonas smiled weakly. "I tried." The girl leaned against him, eyes closing slowly. "Jonas, can I stay with you forever?" Jonas froze. A question he never expected to hear. He looked at her tiny, lonely, scared, glowing faintly from whatever ability she had. "Yes," Jonas whispered, "you can." Leary smiled in her sleep. The next morning Jonas woke to sunlight and a soft weight on his chest. Leary had curled up on him during the night. She opened her eyes, smiled shyly, and whispered, "Good morning." "Home," Jonas chuckled. "You really believe that, huh?" Leary nodded. "Yes," Jonas ruffled her hair. "We need to be careful." "Those hunters will come back," Leary nodded. "But I will not let them smell me again. I can hide my scent." Before Jonas could reply, a deep buzzing sound echoed across the district. A huge hovership descended above the rooftops. Jonas lifted Leary protectively. "They found us?" Leary squinted. "No. That's not hunters." A symbol appeared on the ship. Jonas didn't recognize it, but Leary did. Her eyes widened. "That's my clan's royal ship." Jonas froze. "Royal?" Leary nodded shyly. I am not just a girl. I am heir of the Culinary line." Jonas nearly dropped her. "You what?" Leary giggled softly. "Sorry." The ship landed softly near them. Dozens of armored alien guards stepped out, but their weapons were lowered. A tall woman walked forward, her skin the same color as Leary's, but glowing brighter. "Leary!" she cried. Leary gasped. "Mother!" Jonas's jaw dropped. Royalty. Actual royalty. Leary ran forward, but halfway there, she stopped and ran back to Jonas, grabbing his hand tightly. Her mother watched silently. Leary whispered to Jonas, "Don't let go." He squeezed her hand. "I won't." The queen stepped closer. "Human, my daughter has bonded with you," Jonas swallowed. "I didn't mean to." "It is sacred," the queen said. "Irreversible." Leary hugged Jonas's arm tighter. The queen looked at him with respect. "Then you are part of our family now." Jonas blinked. "Me? Yes," the queen said. "My daughter chose you. And we respect her choice." Leary whispered proudly, "He smells like home." Jonas laughed, tears forming. The queen extended her hand. "Come with us, both of you." Jonas looked at Lyri. She was smiling. Not scared. Not lonely. Finally safe. Jonas took her small hand and stood. "Let's go home," he whispered. Lyri nodded, glowing softly. "Home smells good." And together, they walked into a future Jonas never expected. A human beggar, an alien princess, a bond stronger than blood, and a new life built from a single whispered sentence. "You smell like home."